Hi, folks. Welcome back to another one of our resources in Emmanuel's not just surviving, but thriving at home as we're all trying to hunker down and squash the curve of COVID-19. By now, I know that all of us are probably getting a little tired of being at home, or maybe we're finding new delights and joys. That could be the case as well. But most importantly, I hope that you've had the opportunity to check out some of these great resources that we have right here on this page. There's a whole bunch of interesting information that I think you can take forward no matter what's going on around you. Certainly great new ways and opportunities to engage on the digital side of things and really leveraging technology to help you successfully thrive at home. And of course, a whole host of other resources of ways in which you can be engaged with, keep your brain healthy, find new activities, and maybe even challenge yourself to try new things. Well, today I have as one of our great resource experts, this amazing individual. I know that you're going to really enjoy meeting her. Terry Vasky is the Emmanuel Senior Living Consultant, our traveling consultant. She actually has the pleasure of getting to go into all of our different communities and help serve and help residents or prospects find the next best solution for them as they research senior living. So Terry, welcome as a resource.
Thanks so much for having me, Jennifer. This was a really fun topic to delve into and find some resources for our seniors. I think we're going to really go over some interesting and fun things too.
Most definitely. So today we're really going to unpack all things online, like what resources are available to us online at literally just the click of a couple buttons on our computer or on our smartphone or on our smart tablets. What's out there that's available for seniors to help thrive at home? Of course, we've got a whole host, as I mentioned, of other really great resources of things to do in the Lincoln area, in the Des Moines area, in the Omaha area, and places that are really catering towards seniors, especially now, which we really appreciate. But today we're going to talk all about online resources. So in literally the click of a button, what is available? What are some of the great places that we can find maybe new ways to shop online or just to help support us in thriving at home?
That's a really great topic to look at right now. During these times when things are so different, retailers are really trying to up their game in regards to how can we really be there for those folks that can't, don't want to, or are reluctant to get out when, this COVID-19 thing is a threat. And so retailers have really, local and nationally, really stepped up and are offering a lot of options. And so I know probably in past interviews, we've talked about how our local grocery stores and things, you can go online. I'll use Hy-Vee as an example, aisles online. You can go on shop and then arrange for pickup or delivery. So, but if you live in a maybe a smaller town that doesn't have a Hy-Vee or a grocery store that's doing that for you, first of all, I would say, go online and check to see, because I was surprised that just about every retailer I went to while I was looking into this is offering some sort of either curbside pickup or delivery. So go online and check. The other thing is there are national ways that you can do this. Amazon Prime. If you have an Amazon Prime membership, you probably do know, or maybe you don't, that you have the option to shop on Amazon Prime, and your Amazon Prime membership actually includes a grocery store delivery by accessing Whole Foods or Amazon Pantry. Whole Foods delivery, actually, when I looked into that, we don't have that in the Lincoln area, but Omaha and Des Moines do at this point. So that's a real great option. But you do have access to Amazon Pantry, which are a myriad of grocery and paper towels and different household items that you might need. And then you can have that shipped right to your doorstep. And so that's a real convenience. Prime members get free delivery on all pantry orders over $35. Otherwise, you have a flat $5.99 shipping fee, and you don't have to be a Prime member to shop. You would just have that $5.99 shipping fee on whatever you ordered from Amazon Prime.
Well, Terry, let me jump in there because that's great. I actually I'm glad you brought up Amazon Prime and Amazon and the pantry. I actually have in mine, because I don't like lugging around and we're joking about it, but I don't like to lug around toilet paper or paper towels or like, large things like that, dog food, this sort of thing. And I use Amazon Prime and their subscription service. So I set to have delivered to my house like every 3 months, a big delivery of paper towels and of toilet paper and all of that. And I didn't even have to go through, I'm going to joke about this, but it's totally true. I didn't even have to go through the rushing to the store to get my toilet paper. It literally just showed up at my door about a week ago as it was supposed to, because I had my subscription service in place and Amazon sent it to me. So if you're not taking advantage of the subscription service and there are things that you use over and over, like the other thing I do, the same thing with would be like laundry detergent. So I don't have to carry that around in my car or haul that around. It just arrives at my door magically because I set it up so that every 4 months it comes on a subscription based service. So I highly recommend the Amazon pantry. There's some really great stuff, just such a convenience that you don't have to lug stuff around.
When you can sit back and take a look at those things that you use with regularity, laundry soap, dishwasher soap, toilet paper, whatever it is, and set it up on a subscription so it's just delivered to you when it's needed, how wonderful is that? Like I said, I learned so much as I went through this. We do have a Prime membership, and so now I'm thinking, hey, maybe I really need to get on the ball and start to organize my life a little more. So the other one I was really interested in and was kind of excited about is Instacart. Say I'm a senior in my community and I like to go to Aldi because maybe Aldi has a couple products that I like, but I don't want to go out right now. And Aldi's a small enough store, they don't have their own delivery service. Aldi and some other stores that I'll name here in just a second actually work with a third-party vendor. They hire personal shoppers. This is called Instacart. So Target and Aldi and Costco, Sam's Club, CVS, Natural Grocers, Petco, the pet foods, Fresh Time, some of our local supermarkets like Russ's and Super Saver here in Lincoln all go through Instacart. So it's a really great thing because when I got on Instacart to check it out, I put my zip code in to find out if they served my community, and they do. And I checked Iowa, I checked Des Moines and Omaha and Lincoln. All three are served by Instacart. What may be different for your community is which stores they are accessing, but I know that these national stores like Target and Sam's Club and Costco work with Instacart. So they will hire the personal shopper to go get your items and bring them directly to you. So there's no shipping. There might be a tip involved, but that's up to you. You might have to keep in mind every site that talked about delivery right now, as you can understand, is saying due to increased business, they are not as quick about delivery. Although when I was looking at Instacart, I was looking during the morning, and it was easy to have something delivered by 4 o'clock that afternoon, which I didn't think was too bad. So, maybe you run out of pet food and you need some pet food. You can go through Instacart, have somebody shop it and bring it to your door, and, you'd have it by the end of the day or even maybe the next day. So I thought that was really great. And the really cool thing with Instacart is, so say you're an Aldi shopper, you have those items that you want. On the Instacart site, they pull up the Aldi website and all the items that you can shop from. So your store site and all their items are there. So you don't have to leave Instacart to shop. You can shop and, take care of it all right there.
Were you looking at that on your computer, or were you using your smartphone to look at Instacart? And does it work both ways?
Yes. I was looking at my computer. However, I believe you can use your smartphone. So it's a really nice resource. And I will tell you, the other thing I was really impressed by is the fact that if you're a little gun-shy about setting up one of these accounts, Instacart really had a great how-to page where they kind of walked you through step by step and really explained everything. So get on and check that out. And again, this will be part of the tip sheet that we will share with people later, so you can get a little bit about what Instacart is about. And yes, I am looking, you can shop from your computer, iPhone, iPad, Android phone, or tablet. So
Perfect.
It's compatible with all those devices.
That's wonderful. And so the two big ones, obviously you've listed off quite a few great resources, and you're right. We'll have that available in the tip sheet, which is you can click right here on this very page and download that and get all of these great resources right at your fingertips. I love that Instacart has an easy how-to page on how to set up an account, because that can be somewhat of a scary thing when we're trying something new. You know, the idea of online and purchasing things online might be a little bit uh, nerve wracking for somebody who has not done that yet. So, for folks who haven't purchased something online yet, let's talk
Mm-hmm.
about that. Kind of leads us into the perfect next subject that I really wanted to cover with you. Let's talk about some of the things that we just need to be aware of as we're shopping online to make sure that we're not getting sucked into some sort of fraud, or inappropriate, like giving out our credit card information or our bank information and putting ourselves at risk.
Sure. That's a great thing to talk about, and I know that's what keeps a lot of people from doing some online shopping. But really, how to be safe with the fraud and the scams part of it is a few important shopping reminders. When you're shopping online and you go to enter the payment page, make sure that the web address, which is that long address at the very top of the screen that starts with the HTTP, make sure it says HTTPS as in Sam. That S stands for secure, and you want to be sure that you're entering your payment information from a secure website and not just the regular HTTP, which would just mean public or is out there for everybody. So most sites are just an HTTP, but then when you get to the payment page, they do go to a secure site, and they usually let you know that, but that's an important tip to think about. Another thing is to, you might think about using your credit card when you shop online, because credit cards are protected by what we call the Credit Billing Act, the Fair Credit Billing Act, which means you're only liable for $50 in fraudulent charges to your account. So as opposed to using your debit card, you might think about doing that. That's another safety access. And then the third big thing is don't shop on a public computer like the library. Don't enter any of that. Don't enter your passwords or your usernames, because the biggest thing is, other than people can, get on and steal your information, if you were to leave that computer at the library after you just shopped and forgot to log out, your information is there for the next person to get on and steal. And so those are some big tips, really, as far as the online shopping.
I think that's great. That's very helpful for sure. So don't do it in a public setting. You make sure you're shopping online in the privacy of your home or on your smartphone, your smart tablet. The other one, I love the fact that you're saying make sure you check the web address at the top, and you kind of walked us through that. That was wonderful, Terry. Those are really good, solid tips. And I love, and that's a very good reminder for everybody out there. Make sure you're using a credit card so that you're just double securing yourself from any potential, I guess, fraudulent behavior of somebody. There's a lot of people out there that are trying to take advantage of everyone
Yeah.
right now, not just seniors, but certainly all of us. I also love the fact that we're talking about Instacart and Amazon Prime and maybe using Pantry and the subscription service. It's funny, it reminds
Mhm.
me of, my husband always uses the phrase Ronco it. So I don't know if anybody's remembers the ads, I think from like the 1980s, some of the famous ads of Ronco. It was like, set it and forget it, right? Set it and forget it. So if you have a subscription service for something like toilet paper or dish soap or things that you're using over and over, you can kind of set it and forget it and then readjust it.
Mhm.
If you go on vacation for a month and you're not using some of the normal things you use, you can always go back in and adjust that. But these are great tips, not only for this moment that we're in right now when we're all trying to hunker down successfully at home, but also as the weather changes and fluctuates. We live in the
Right.
Midwest, so we could have snow tomorrow, and if we don't want to go out in the snow, this is a great tip. Like, these are really great tools for us to be able to successfully hunker down as we're hibernating for the winter time.
Exactly, whether it's shopping or whether it's services. I know that we talked briefly about shopping online. Walmart does do delivery. You can do curbside pickup or delivery. The interesting thing is, when I was on Walmart's site yesterday to look at how the delivery aspect worked, it was 4 days out before I could arrange either a pickup time at my local Walmart or a delivery time. So again, with everybody getting things from their local retailers and taking advantage of the delivery and pickup, they're really trying to adjust as far as getting it all done and getting people the products they need, how they need them. So you might want to plan out a little bit. The other site I really wanted to bring up, which I didn't even know about until I was reading an article, if you have a specialty diet or are looking for all natural, organic, and sustainable food products, there is a great site called Thrive Market. And this market actually lists gluten-free items, whatever diet you may have. If you're on a paleo diet or whatever, they offer a lot of products that are specific to that. And they also offer cosmetics and bath products and that kind of thing. So really another really great place. It is a subscription, so it's a monthly subscription, but you can get on and shop. And then again, it would be delivered right to your door. So if you've got special dietary things that you might need and can't get them from another retailer, this is an option for you also.
That's really helpful. And I've actually used Thrive. I would 100% recommend that as well. It's funny that all these resources are there. They've been there, and maybe we just haven't accessed them or thought about how we could streamline things in our lifetime. Perhaps we enjoy going to the grocery store and shopping. That might be a fun, way to get out of the house. But especially when the weather gets crazy or our schedules get busy, or we're just trying to maximize the amount of time that we have to spend with our grandkids or with our spouses or with, our friends, this is a great option to save some time too. All these online shopping resources are a way in which we don't necessarily have to spend an extra hour or 2 hours out of our week.
Right. And it's not just grocery items. We were talking about how retailers are really stepping up and offering during this time, and maybe they had before, offering these services. I checked my local hardware store up the street, and they're just a little, neighborhood hardware store. They are offering free no-touch delivery or curbside pickup. You can call your order in, they'll meet you, and they'll put it in your car. That kind of thing. So even the smaller neighborhood stores. So I would encourage you, if there's something that you need and you just don't want to go out or don't have a friend or a family member who can run out and get that for you, to check, just get online and check their site and see. As you're cooped up and looking for things to do, and maybe you become inspired and want to do an art project, Michael's Crafts. You can do online ordering, and they do have curbside pickup. They don't have delivery to your door, but they do have curbside pickup. So no contact pickup. They'll just place it in your car, and you can go. And then as an interesting point, when I was on Michael's site reading about that, they are also now a UPS access point. So if you needed to send or receive a package and don't know where your closest UPS store is, Michael's will actually offer that service to you now too. So it'll be interesting to see which of these services actually stick around afterwards. I really think that we're entering a whole new retail environment where delivery and curbside pickup and really catering a little bit more to the customer is going to be important, because I guess I don't remember so much having the delivery other than your basic restaurant food deliveries or whatever, having those available, before.
Yeah, this is all very helpful information. A lot of great nuggets there. And as you mentioned, and we mentioned earlier, the tip sheet, make sure you hop on, click on the link for the tip sheet, which is right here on this resource page. You can get all this great information, and then you can just search all of those great stores that Terry mentioned. And I highly recommend that same thing. There are a lot of stores that are doing great things to help support each of us as we're trying to hunker down at home. So they may offer some interesting delivery and shopping online options that they didn't offer just 3 months ago. So make sure that you call or you check out your local store to check that out, just like you did with your hardware store. That's a great tip, Terry.
if you have things that need to be done around the house, if you're not aware of Angie's List or Mr. Handyman, these are services that you pay to be a part of, but then they offer neighborhood reviews on local service providers. And so you can choose from people that have used this plumber before, or maybe used this handyman before if you're looking for somebody to do that. So those are great online resources that you can use to check into those. So really, the internet really has just blossomed with resources, and you just need to get on and not be afraid. Put in a few keywords, local handyman, and see what it pulls up, and then do a little research, do a little reading, check out the reviews, see what people have to say. Don't go with just the highest rating. That doesn't always serve you well. And then don't automatically buy the product or hire the person with the most reviews. Just because they have more reviews than somebody else doesn't necessarily mean they're all good reviews. So be sure to check into that. And then you might cross-check other resources or websites to make sure that the person you're checking into or the service you're checking into is actually as reputable as they say on one, because some disreputable vendors will hire people to post reviews for them. And so you have to be very careful and have to pick through things.
So it's just like any sort of, I guess, venture in life. Just make sure that you're thoroughly doing your research. And it's the old Ronald Reagan, I think, said, trust but verify. So certainly you can trust it, but make sure you're doing your homework to verify that it's a reputable source and that they're real reviews and that you're getting, valid information.
And I always say, go with your gut. If something just doesn't seem right, listen. I think that is one of our best ways to kind of tell if something's trustworthy or not. If something bothers you, seems just a little off, you're probably right.
Love that. I hope that if you haven't dipped your toe into all the great resources that are available, literally at the click of a couple buttons, either on your smartphone or your tablet or your computer, that so easy to access all of this and have things delivered right to our door. You've just given us a host of really great bits of information about all these great retailers that are doing fun things for us to help us all successfully, not just survive, but thrive as we're all hunkering down at home. We will be back again with another great resource here very shortly. So be sure that you continue to check back to this resource hub. We're continuing to add these every week. We're adding a whole host of great additional information and new ways in which that you can engage and that we can all have a little bit of fun while we're trying to socially distance ourselves and still stay together with all the great resources and the things that are there for us to surround us during this time of hunkering down at home. Terry, thanks again for being here with us. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Jenna, for having me. This was a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Folks, we'll be back with another resource shortly, so make sure you check back.